Hey everybody, and welcome to The Void, a show dedicated to filling the void between being an employee and becoming self-employed. Most people refer to starting their own company as taking the leap, as if they're blindly jumping off a cliff and into the unknown. This show is here to help you understand that it doesn't have to be that way. As always, if you like what you're hearing on the show, please do us a favor and help share The Void with somebody else who might be wanting to start their own company. We saw an opportunity to help others understand that self-employment is well within your reach. And just as our businesses have grown organically and by word of mouth, we want this show to grow the same way. So if you see somebody asking questions about starting their own service-based business, please do us a favor and send them a link to the show. I'm your host, Mitch Smedley. With me, as always, is David Hilton.
Does this sweatshirt look as bad as I think it does? Or am I being completely biased?
I'm going to say that looks straight out of 1987.
It's bad. I told you earlier, I was so fucking mad when I got here today.
Fruit of the loom.
I couldn't find the pink Field Pulse hat.
Well, that's because you live with a bunch of women.
I live with 2 women.
That's enough.
It is enough. God, I was fucking mad. Yeah, I can't decide if it's kitschy enough. I can just wear it to the event the wet show in February. And just wear it all day. Or if I should wear my Tradewinds swag. Does it look bad enough that it'll garner attention and get people to ask?
I'm going to say if you're there on behalf of Tradewinds, you're wearing Tradewinds shit. That's what I'm going to say.
Maybe I'll just take this and when I go down to the House Call Pro booth, I'll just put it on and walk down and be like, hey, what's going on?
So what's funny is I had a meeting with Service Fusion last week.
Oh, over your being able to book online stuff.
Yeah. We were just asking some technical stuff. And I got on it was a video call. I got on the video call and I'm wearing a Field Pulse shirt.
Did they say anything?
Oh yeah, sorry about that. They sponsor our podcast. And she was like, huh?
Yeah, where's my money, bitch?
Yeah. And I'm like, hey, if you guys want to chat, let me know.
Yeah.
So it's funny.
No one's going to. I always am very hard on us. No one wants to sponsor this stupid-ass fucking podcast.
If I were you, I would cut the bottom 8 inches of that thing off. Make it like a crop top sweatshirt.
No sleeves either. Yes.
Maybe quarter sleeves. Yeah.
Or baseball.
Yeah, baseball.
3/4 sleeves.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
to
bad.
where the sleeves match the bottom of the shirt. Do that. And then
so when my arms are down, it's the same length.
And then, don't wear an undershirt.
And then it's my belly sticking out.
They will get all the attention they want.
Oh, my God. I'm trying to think of So I have tattoos. People don't know. I have tattoos on my stomach and my ribs on one side. I wonder if they'll...
Oh, it'd be better if they show.
That's what I'm saying.
More trashy.
I bet you they would just stick out the bottom.
Just trashy enough.
Man, I will say, growing up, you're always like, oh, I got to look good. I got to... I don't want people to think I look weird. And now you get our age, and it's like, man, I want to look as fucked up as possible.
I want to look weird.
You go out on the beach wearing a sweatshirt. What the fuck is the matter with that guy?
Yeah, growing up, if you wore a cheetah print jacket, you were a loser. And now they call that drip.
They call it swag.
Swag.
You swerve. So
God.
Stupid.
Yeah.
God. Oh, man.
So we had an exciting weekend. We had some clients from Tradewinds come into town that were from Houston.
Sarah and David, fantastic.
And so they came to Arrowhead and got to watch their team whip the shit out of our team. At Arrowhead.
I will say this. I've been saying that a lot again lately. It was a lot of fun. I hate going to Chiefs games because it's hard to see. They don't have a lot of replay, and it was cold. It was cold and windy.
Yeah.
Not brutally, but man, I had a good time.
Yeah.
David and Sarah, they're a lot of fun.
They're a lot of fun.
They're a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
It was good. I was hungover all day.
We had a blast, but man, those Sunday night games.
Dude.
They go late.
It was brutal. Yeah. I literally woke up Monday morning and just laid there for an hour.
Yeah.
I was just like, can I try to go to sleep? You know how it is. You can't sleep past your regular time, so I'm just laying there sweating. The, alcohol's coming out. I'm like, oh. Finally, you get up and you move around and you get some coffee and you're feeling good, but then you're slow.
Yep.
All fucking day.
Danielle's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I'm probably a little hungover. And she's like, I think you're mad. And I'm like, I'm not mad. It's just that noises hurt my head.
That redhead brain never shuts down, does it?
Oh, no.
Are you mad at me?
No.
Why are you so quiet today?
Yeah.
I don't know. I drank a fucking fifth of rum and I'm fucking hungover as shit.
Yeah.
God, yeah, I felt like crap, man.
Yeah.
Last night we had 2 calls last night. Well, one, and like the whole time I'm thinking, just get through it. Just get through it. Like
Yep.
my brain's throbbing. Just go. And then Layla had soccer till fucking 8 o'clock last night.
Yeah.
So I had to take her to that. I'm sitting there like this.
We didn't.
Like everyone's like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Dude, I'm 44 and I went to the Chiefs game last night." And all the parents are like, most of them are my age, you know.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, you idiot.
Yeah.
What the fuck's the matter with you?"
We had to go to Grant's band performance.
Oh, dude.
And sit through another grade. There's too many.
Just beating around, not making. Oh.
There's too many for all 3 grades to be. So like they do the 6th grade and then
6th, 7th, and then 8th gets their own or something like that.
no 7th and 8th are together.
Oh, okay.
But they're still separate performances. They just happen like one right after the other.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But like with 6th grade, they'll fill the place with 6th graders and their parents.
Oh,
Do
and then
that
they
whole
leave?
thing. And then, so the parking lot's a clusterfuck.
Oh, shit.
Because you have an entire gymnasium full of people that are trying to leave with an entire gymnasium of people trying to get in, and is cluster. But so we did all that, didn't get home from that until like 8:30. And then Monday Night Football, and then that went into overtime. And so, yeah, I had 2 late nights in a row. It's pretty wild.
I'm surprised you stayed up and watched Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually do. I didn't
like
watch
watching
all
the
of
good
it.
games, the close games. I was rooting for the Eagles. It didn't come out that way, but it is what it is. You know,
I didn't really care. I was rooting for the spread.
Jalen Hurts is, I think, the first QB in history to have an intercepted pass and a fumble on the same play.
How would he throw a pick and then fumble his own?
He threw a pick. Defender picks it, starts running. Somebody fumbles it.
Oh,
Jalen
shit.
Hurts picks it up, and before he gets tackled,
he
fumbles it. And so
I can't. Man,
his fantasy score was negative 2.6.
What the fuck? Well, no wonder they didn't win.
I mean, he had 4 interceptions, a fumble, no TDs.
I mean, I go back and forth.
It's crazy on how close that game was for him to throw 4 interceptions.
Yeah. I lost I had the over, and I was 2 points short. Like, with all those turnovers, no wonder.
Yeah.
I was like, man, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I can't. The NFL this year's been really weird, and I don't just mean because the Chiefs. Like, Dak Prescott is Phillip Rivers.
No, this year in the NFL is actually, like, take the Chiefs out of it for a second.
You mean parody?
No, like, it's actually one of the better years I've had with the NFL because it's truly one of those any given, like, you don't have these dominating teams anymore.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, for the last 6, it's been very, I know who's going to win. I know who the best quarterbacks are. I know, who the best running backs are. And this year, it's just been so up and down.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Hurts has to be the most overrated quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a Super Bowl, but, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Right? And then Dak Prescott is the second most overrated. He's Phillip Rivers. Do you remember Phillip Rivers? He threw for 5,000 yards a game, couldn't win one game in the playoffs.
Did you hear who's trying out for the Colts?
No. Who?
Phillip Rivers.
Get the fuck. That guy's 70. You're making that shit up.
I'm almost positive. That's what I heard.
So who's Daniel Jones' backup right now? Who was it that went in the game when he got hurt? People are like, why are they rambling about football?
Yeah.
No one cares.
Yeah.
Who's their backup? Come on, give it to me.
44-year-old, recently became a grandfather, and he visited the Colts on a potential NFL return. He's working out with the Colts.
First off, he's 44. That's our age. And he's a grandpa?
Yeah.
Dude, have the talk with your kids. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, he's very prolific with his seed-spreading abilities.
Is that a California thing?
So in one of these interviews about his return to the Colts, he was like, the last time I got my wife pregnant, she was on the other side of the room. He's like, I still got the long ball.
Dude, that's fucked up.
That's what he said in an interview.
Oh my God. That's not your kid if it's true, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's weird.
Say you're watching from the other side of the room without saying you're watching from the other side of the room. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Yeah. Oh my God.
That's funny.
It's like that.
He might return. That'd be interesting.
No way.
Yeah.
There's no way. He's been out of the league like 3 years.
Yeah. Did you see Daniel Jones's injury?
Yeah, it's bad.
I mean, it's bad, but like...
Well, his other leg is broke.
Right.
And he's been favoring that leg.
Yeah.
And so that's how he's popped that Achilles.
I mean, all these other videos, you watch a guy pop Achilles, and they're like starting to sprint. They're doing something to put a lot of strain on the Achilles. He was standing there throwing a ball.
He's been running on one leg for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck it's been.
I mean, I know that it takes a lot of footwork to throw the ball hard. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
But that's the first Achilles pop I've seen. Like, usually they're sprinting on the field, sprinting off the field, or they're taking off to run their route, and they pop it like in that first step. I don't
understand why the NFL still lets them put turf down.
Yeah, I know.
Turf is what's killing these guys.
Yeah.
Dude, with the technology now, you can grow grass inside. They have those rolling lights.
Yeah, I know.
I don't understand it. Yeah. How many billions of dollars does the NFL generate every year? You're telling me you can't put grass everywhere?
Yeah.
It's insane. Like, I get it for kids' sports because there's not enough money there that every outdoor practice facility can have grass.
And maintained.
And all that. And,
right.
And let's be honest, they're little. They're not 350 pounds running a 4.8.
Right.
So,
like,
it's not as big a deal. But, I mean, high school kids, it's still a big deal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of injuries in high school.
We got turf on both our fields here locally.
Yeah. So. Which is weird, too. You telling me that school don't have enough money to put grass down on one field?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
like,
that turf.
Come on.
Have you ever been on those fields in the summer?
Yeah. Whew, dude, Layla plays on turf. Okay, so, they got the little black rubber pellets, right? Well, now they do like a hybrid something. Instead of black, they're brown, and they're made out of something different. The soccer complex there at 435 in View High, it's like that. Yeah. It's half the temperature in the summertime.
Wow. Cool.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's really great.
That's cool.
It'll only be a matter of time before they're all that way. Because they change that rubber out every, I don't know how long, but they just vac it up and fucking spread new shit down.
Yep.
That's got to be a process.
Yeah.
Man.
Somebody invented a cool tool for that.
Dude, there's a lot of cool shit out there.
Yeah.
A lot of cool engineering out there.
Yep.
And none of it's going to help us. It's all making money.
Well, ironically, that's part of what today's show is the advancements in technology and how it's going to change the trajectory for home service businesses.
You know what? Before we start that, how about a word from our sponsors?
How about it? Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Field Pulse is the field service management software for field service pros like you. Whether you're a small business looking to grow or a larger company that's ready to scale, it's got everything you need all in one platform. They have advanced features for your CRM, your estimates and invoices, your scheduling and dispatching, good, better, best proposals, maintenance plans, and they'll even run the TradeWinds price book. Plus, Field Pulse integrates with the software you are currently using today, like QuickBooks Online and your desktop PC, so you can hit the ground running without changing everything about how you do work. By simplifying the day-to-day operations, Field Pulse saves you time, keeps your team organized, and gives you the tools to increase productivity and profitability. And it's not just us saying this. Field Pulse has earned a 4.8-star rating with over 600 Google reviews. To learn more, head over to fieldpulse.com. That's FIELDPULSE.com.
I like how you can spell when you're reading it.
Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering if you were going to bring that up.
I haven't brought it up in a while.
Well, you went to the game, and so now you remember.
Yeah, exactly. I thought about it yesterday when we got off the highway, and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to let that one lie. Like, I don't want to piss him. Did you tell Sarah that you are an idiot and can't spell?
Oh, no. I'm pretty sure she already knows.
That you're an idiot or that
Both.
You can't spell?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we'll go with yes.
You're not supposed to tell your clients you're a dumbass.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
It is what it is.
You're the smartest.
I'm the
Bad
smartest
speller.
dummy in the room.
I was just gonna say bad speller, but
Smartest dummy dum dum.
oh my man. Ugh.
So yeah.
So AI.
AI. So
What about AI?
So
What do you think?
like obviously AI is the big hot topic thing. Everyone likes to talk about it and everything else. And in the trades, you're probably going to see this a little bit more predictable than in other sectors. But as fast as AI is coming along, tradesmen need to be ready for it to revolutionize even what they do. They've already got robots that are putting roofs on houses. They've got robots that are driving on slab on grade concrete and putting lines down for where all the walls are going to be. They've got robots that are hanging and mudding and taping sheetrock. Like all of these things are already a thing that's happening. And so obviously in the service sector, that will take the longest to have an impact on the service sector.
Anything that takes critical thinking with a problem directly in front of your face will be the slowest to adapt AI.
I'll challenge on that. Not critical thinking, but critical
problem solving, maybe?
No, articulation and movement and like mechanism with your hand, right? In other words,
yeah,
so like the robot that can put the roof on, you're having to program that robot for all of the angles and everything of the roof. So it's going to be a lot easier to do it on a new construction home than a tear off and replacement.
Yeah. I was thinking more of, and I get what you're saying along the lines of you're under a sink looking at something. Like when you look under a sink and you see, lines with no stops.
Yeah.
Versus cast iron P-trap or copper P-trap or PVC P-trap. Like, think about how many different variations there are. Just in our area, that's only 25, the houses that are 25 years old or newer.
Yeah.
Like, the variation just there is impossible to program or, categorize or input into a robot per se.
Right.
Not to mention getting the thing in the house, getting it moving, all that kind of stuff. Like, I do think, just to finish a thought on like the under the sink problem, I do think that there will be a lot of AI, as in the customer takes a picture under there of what's going on, uploads that, and then AI is then distributing that work to whatever tech or whoever at the business. I will say that will probably be fairly quick.
Or, and this is how it will wreck service businesses the first, like before anything else. The customer takes a picture of the problem or a video of the problem and puts it into AI, and AI creates a custom video showing them how to resolve that exact problem with a material list and a tool list of everything they're going to need. And you may think I'm crazy for even bringing that up, but have you ever seen there's Facebook groups for photoshopping? Yeah. And you see it's kind of a cool little rabbit hole to go down, because you'll see, like I saw one today it was a woman who had just been proposed to, and she was holding up her ring and there were like mountains in the background, and she had a ring on her middle finger, but then her wedding ring wasn't big enough to go over all the way down her other finger.
The little daughter put it on and like held it up. Is that one?
No, this is a mom, but like the wedding ring was kind of on the final digit of her ring finger.
Oh, okay.
And so she said, "Can somebody Photoshop this and put my engagement ring down where it's supposed to be?" And the woman, I mean, all you see is of her hands, but her, like, the one ring that is in the right spot is like putting a chokehold on that finger. Like, she's got some bigger fingers.
Girl's been putting on some Twinkies.
Yeah. So she's Big Deborah. She's not Little Debbie. But
okay.
So you go to the comments on those, because those are always the best to go to the comments for. And it's wild. Like, these people they grab that photo off of YouTube or off of Facebook. Yeah. And then just within a matter of minutes, they're able to not only do the Photoshop and correct it, but they're also able to make parody photos with it and they'll take from that photo, they'll create a video. And so like one of them was a video of the woman's hand, like the ring getting slid down to where it's supposed to be, and then the hand like turns like this, and then it flips everybody off for calling her fat. And you'll see ones where it's like friends together, but maybe the girl's not with that boyfriend anymore, and so she'll be like, "Can you Photoshop this guy out of it?" And again, same thing. You'll see people that Photoshop it out of it. You'll see people like get funny and silly with it, like they change his position or make him like a Marvel superhero or something, or they'll make a video where it shows him like awkwardly backing out of the frame. And so like
decision made.
Right. And so like the technology is absolutely there. And if it's not now, it will be in the next year or two, to where ChatGPT and all these other outlets for AI, you're going to be able to take a video of a problem and describe the problem in the video, and ChatGPT is going to make a video for you showing you exactly how to fix it.
I agree with that. The only thing I think, like, let's be honest, the people that will then take that problem on and do what you just suggested, right? Mm-hmm. Half of them are going to fuck that thing up worse than it was before.
Yes.
Right? The other part of that, the guys that do get it done, I think all that really does is push us back to, I mean, not even that long ago. I mean, do you even like think back to the 80s and 90s, and it was like grandpa fixed everything at the house on his own.
Yeah.
Dad fixed everything on his own. I fix everything on my own. Mm-hmm. I think maybe we'll just revert back to that a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think necessarily that is going to hurt, like, say, the HVAC industry or the plumbing industry as bad as AI is going to destroy framing jobs, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Like the automobile industry has already seen this with robotics and welding and all that. Like that's why those guys have a union.
Yeah.
They're basically slowing down the robotics industry by dictating we have to have this many people and you have to pay us this or the entire industry is going to collapse, essentially, is what their argument is. Like, you don't hear that stuff on the news, but it's the truth.
Well, and it's not that the industry will live on. It will just live on with far less employees. It will serve less people.
Yeah,
right?
I said that wrong. But that when I say industry, I mean the economic impact that industry has on creating jobs and putting money into the economy versus peeling it out, I guess.
Other ways AI plays a role into home service businesses, like as of right now, it's going to play into your marketing and how you get ads and how you get leads.
Yeah. Dude.
It's going to, and not just like you showing up on ChatGPT when somebody says, who's the best plumber in my area? Like eventually you're going to be able to open up your phone and you're going to be able to prompt your assistant person, whether it's Siri or Alexa or Google or whatever, and you're just going to be able to tell them, like, book me a service call with the best plumbing company in the area for 10 o'clock on Thursday. And it's going to do it for you.
Yeah. Well, and we think some of that, like Sarah brought it up this weekend about she's getting calls from Google that aren't LSA or aren't Google Suite, and they're asking them pricing over the phone and availability and all kinds of stuff. And I guarantee, we talked about this a little bit on Sunday, that has got to be the preamble of how they're scraping information to then make that service you were just talking about available, where you can book from your phone. I do think, and we've talked about this on the podcast a lot, why are people crowdsourcing information? Because they don't trust Google. They don't trust that. I think there will still be a vast majority of people that, I booked through AI and it fell through, and then they're going to continue to crowdsource. Like, there's always going to be a little area or a little niche where good contractors, we say plumbing a lot because we were both plumbers, but HVAC, electrical, whatever, the guys that know how to get around those things and find those cracks to get those calls, those guys are going to be getting those calls still. It's really more of a, survival of the fittest. Like, you've just got to be more fit now.
Right.
Like, you've got to be really aware of what's going on. We try to tell all the guys in Tradewinds that all the time. It's like, look, And a lot of them are old crotchety fuckers like me. You know, they don't want to buy into it. It's not that you have to buy into it, but you got to understand it so that you know how to fucking work around it.
Yeah.
That's really what you got to be doing.
Yeah. And like, these are all, like, these smaller changes that you'll see with AI, they're the same changes we've faced at every turn of every generation.
Yeah, every
of
5
plumbing,
years. Yeah.
Right?
Like there's a big switch.
Yeah, like we used to install cast iron pipes, and then it went to ABS and PVC, right? And the first couple of products had some problems, but they got it figured out real quick, right? And then you have a small section of people that are like, oh, I'm still putting in cast iron. I don't trust that plastic shit. And so, like, then the next generation you saw was like cast iron floor drains, but then PVC or ABS drain line. Well, the first step you saw was cast iron underground and then ABS above ground.
Yeah.
And then once they started putting ABS below ground, they were still doing cast iron floor drains for some reason.
Because people just don't want to let go.
Right.
It's like it's the slow evolution of, and you know what's so stupid is, like, if they were going to do that one way, the ABS should have been going underground. Like, they knew already that cast iron rots the fuck out at that point. That's why they were even making ABS.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man.
And like, take like solder joints to ProPress, right?
Fuck ProPress.
Your diehards are going to say solder. You know, your newer guys are going to say ProPress. Sometimes the environment dictates that, right? There's a lot of commercial jobs that have gone flame free, so you can't do solder. All soldering must be done off the job site.
Oh, God, the wussification of America. Guys are going to get burned. Yeah,
right.
It's called being a man.
Well, they're worried about burning Like, remember...
Oh, God, one building out of 500,000 gets fucking burned down. And
remember
rule for the exception. We tell guys, don't make a rule for the one exception.
Yeah.
Government's not that way. Exception, rule.
Yeah. Have you ever heard Adam Carolla talk about government in California?
Yes.
When it comes to that?
He's good, dude.
He's Adam Carolla's smart. He talks about, like, you know... There's a house that, like, maybe if you're on the shore and your soil's not the best, they're going to put 10 piers under the house.
Yeah.
And 10 piers has worked for 60 years. Those houses are still standing, and it's fine. But some government person that doesn't have to deal with the ramifications of his decisions, some government person says, well, if 10 piers is good, then 30 is better. And so they just, for no reason, they have no... Like, 10 piers has never let them down, but they're just like, no, instead of a pier every 10 feet, we want a pier, or instead of a pier every 30 feet, we want a pier every 10. And they just arbitrarily quadruple the cost of a house and slow construction down for no need, right?
Yeah.
For the illusion of safety.
Yeah, I think... Not to get, like, into conspiracy theories here, but I think California, like, they're intentionally trying to keep people off the coast. They're intentionally trying to keep poor people out. They're intentionally trying to kill the middle class. Like, the Palisades fire, was it the Palisades fire?
Yeah.
And then they show the train, the perspective light rail that they want to go through is, like, right there.
Yeah.
Like, and all of a sudden this happened.
Oh, how convenient.
And none of the hydrants work.
Yeah.
And, like, firefighters couldn't get through.
Yeah.
Like, at what point is it pretty obvious?
Right.
I don't know. I really don't want to go down that hole. But I think he's right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, people will just arbitrarily... Like, we see it even here in the Midwest where things are pretty laid back.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh, it's going to be on a slab. It's got to be 30-inch. Dude, we have municipalities that are like, no, you've got to go 36. Well, code says 30. I don't care.
Yeah.
Why? Because
just because
you feel like it's better engineering. Yeah. I think what you mean is you don't have to pay for it, so you don't give a fuck.
Right.
Like, that's, you know.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother problem in and of itself.
Right. Well, and so that whole you don't have to pay for it, so you don't care as much thing, that relays into AI a ton as well, right? Because
yes, it does.
People that aren't in the industry, they're going to source their contractor from the most efficient means they know how. And if that's Googling it and they trust Google, great. If that's AI and they trust AI, great. If that's crowdsourcing through Facebook, great. But AI will have an impact on how you rank in all of those situations.
Yes.
Like one thing, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet, and I don't want to say like I know this is happening. I've just envisioned it's going to go there. Like Google as a business is pay to play, right?
Yeah.
In other words, I can do Google LSA, I can do Google Ads, I can do all of this stuff to increase my visibility on the Google platform, right?
Yeah.
Like for those that don't know, we have a really healthy YouTube channel, and that was our way around paying to play Google so much because Google owns YouTube, and so it increases our Google presence without giving Google so much money directly. We give them content.
Yeah.
Right? And so
you're still paying. You just paid.
You're still paying.
You just paid to make the content and then make it available on their platform.
Yes, and the content is endless. We haven't uploaded a full-length video in a year, and we are still getting a check every month from YouTube for our video content.
Yeah.
And we're still getting calls from people seeing us on YouTube and all that stuff.
And you mean Smedley.
Yeah, yeah.
Not this.
Yeah, not this.
Which means I'm still poor. Thanks. Appreciate you.
But the way AI is going to modify how you show up on those is key. I am surprised that Facebook hasn't got to the point where they are finding ways to charge business owners or page owners when they get tagged in posts or like there's a whole call source that comes through Facebook groups and digital online referrals through Facebook groups.
I think, yeah, I understand that. I think they don't, and they haven't because they know that closes their circle a little bit.
Could.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they know that if we go too far, we step too far, then, people will stop trusting us even more than they're already starting to. Yeah. Like with the crowdsourcing thing,
Well, and social media is kind of weird from personal to business anyway, because as soon as you label a page a business, it gets throttled down on its exposure. You're a business. If you want to be exposed, you have to pay for that exposure. But your personal page, Facebook will help you become the best content creator you can be. You can turn on professional mode, and it'll give you all the stats and metrics you need. Okay, posting at this time wasn't effective, but posting at this time was. Posting this type of thing wasn't effective, but posting this type of thing was. And you can still get all those stats and everything on the business pages. But on the personal page, Facebook will take it so far that they will literally write you checks for keeping other people on the Facebook platform longer.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's kind of like YouTube.
It's exactly like YouTube.
YouTube pays you can pay YouTube a monthly subscription to not see ads.
Yeah.
Businesses pay YouTube to play ads.
Yeah.
So they are making money both directions.
Yes.
Right? And I like Facebook is doing the same thing.
Yeah, just on a smaller scale.
Right. Now you can't pay Facebook money. You can't get like Facebook Premium and never see ads again.
On YouTube, does Premium, is it ad free or is there only just one ad at the beginning and they won't interrupt your video?
I don't know.
I don't have it.
I don't have it either.
I will say this though. I am almost off of TV completely. Yeah. Like I have an antenna for football and local news, and then we have Netflix, and I have Amazon Prime just because we're Prime members, right?
Yep.
And I barely watch that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I watch a lot? YouTube.
Yeah.
And
it's educational.
It's more of what I'm looking for, and I can be direct with the content I want.
Yep.
It's more real,
yeah.
I think, and not polished and everything, and I want to see what's actually going on with people.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to probably pay for that because I think what they do, it's funny. Like if you just watch a video once in a while, they're like, whatever. You'll get one ad.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on there all the time and you're like, I watch this and this and this and this and this, it goes from 1 to like 4.
Yeah.
And they're intentionally doing that because they know you're using the platform,
mm-hmm.
and they know that the more ads I show them, the more likely it is that I can get them to pay for YouTube Premium.
Yeah.
I mean, it's smart.
Or the other way around. The more money we make from the advertisers that are putting ads in your view, right? So they're going to make their money
David's
either way.
Watching it, so let's put 4 in there, and he's actually consistently watching and this group of videos.
Right. They know the videos you like
you
and
said,
they know the products that you
going.
click on.
I don't click on any of the products, but yes.
Well, even if it's off the YouTube platform.
Yeah,
they know
I see what you're saying.
They know that you Googled like a tactical scope or something like that.
Yeah.
And so
and
now
then can target focus those ads to me.
Yeah. So now when you're watching that little Indian guy build a hut in the jungle,
well, that's not the videos I'm watching, but yeah, I get it. I do. Yeah, it's funny. I do watch a lot of shooting videos.
Yep.
I watch a lot of fishing videos, and I watch a lot of how do I fix this videos.
Yep.
And like to your point before of, someone being able to go on ChatGPT and how do I fix this? And then that AI creates that video, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many YouTube content creators are going to be out of work? How many TikTok? There was the big deal of TikTok, USA was going to ban them. And all of those people came out like, that's my only source of income.
Right.
Well, what do you think AI is going to do?
Right.
It's going to do the same thing. It's about to take your fucking jobs.
Right. And it's not that AI is going to take your job. The guy who uses AI is going to take your job. That's where it's going to start. In other words, like the most valuable person at a company is typically the guy that knows how to do the things, but also knows how to teach other people to do the things because he can grow the company, right? The guy who knows how to do things, but doesn't know how to teach other people, he's valuable for sure. But the guy that can create more doers is more valuable.
Yeah. And to your point, when one person can do the work of 4 creators,
yeah,
that's 3 jobs no longer in the market.
Exactly.
I guess that's more my point.
But that one person took your job, not AI. He found a way to harness AI to do the job of 3 or 4 people.
That's potato, dude. If it doesn't exist,
correct.
It's not taking those jobs. If it exists, it's taking those jobs. If this guy can't use it, it's not taking those jobs. It's the same thing.
It is, but the reason I bring that up is because a lot of people are in a prime position to blame job loss on AI, as if AI is this like thing. It's not. AI is just a software tool, right?
AI is a thing that one person created. So yes, it's a person, not AI. But once it's created, it is AI.
Right. But I guess what I'm saying is like ProPress didn't take your solder job. The guy who bought the ProPress learned how to use it quickly.
But that's not taking a job. It's just forcing you to do something a different way.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's like the job, the plumber that was soldering versus using ProPress, the job is still there. That guy's still getting paid. He's just doing it a different way.
Right. The guy with ProPress is doing it significantly faster, more efficiently.
Maybe.
Is in the right scenarios, right?
Yeah. Yes, but it's not necessarily destroying jobs. I guess my point is, and I was going to wait till later to say this, was the grand outlook of AI, and the only thing that really worries me, and it doesn't, what's funny is it's not going to affect me because I'm one of the, this is going to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but I'm not. Like I'm one of the, top 5% or 10% that is a go-getter and will go out there and regardless of what happens, I'll be like, if I got to use it, I'll use it. Yeah. And I'll take your job and your job and your job. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Like that's the libertarian mindset of, pick yourself up and get after it.
Right.
The problem is I think what it's going to do is like we've already shrunken the pool for, creative, how do I say this? The amount of people it takes to do a job has already gotten smaller, right? Because of technology, right? And this is just another technology that's going to create an even smaller pool, right? At some point, there aren't enough jobs and people aren't smart enough to take advantage of the things that are out there to then make good livings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's almost like I believe in unions again. You know what I mean? Because they force businesses to pay their employees. It's kind of the same thing. That's the one thing that worries me about AI is that as a whole, all of humanity, everybody that's pitching in on the pot to make the world a great place are thrown to the wayside, and that is detrimental to all of humankind if that's not too insane of a thought process.
If you want a really eye-opening thing. Give me a second. Gotta pull it up.
You're all right.
Where are we at? Joe Rogan. I want to find Joe Rogan Elon.
That's Jeopardy, by the way. Boop. No. Which Elon? Second, third. How many times he's been on there? I think I've only seen one.
Here it is, October 31st, 2025.
So recently.
Yeah, episode 2404. He's been on there a bunch. But episode 2404 of Joe Rogan. Elon gives his predictions for what will happen when AI and automation
combine,
like wipe out all these manual labor jobs. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
The Amazon fulfillment centers that no longer need a person.
Yeah.
There's in Frisco, Texas. There's I think it's a McDonald's.
Completely automated?
That has one employee in the store.
At any given time. So they probably rotate 3 people that run that whole fucking joint.
Yeah.
And that joint's turning
everything else is robotic.
$120,000 a month.
Yeah. And so, but you think about it, there's a lot of like medial tasks that we have humans do that will get done by AI, right?
Yeah, I agree.
You're going to be able to go to Starbucks, and Starbucks is going to make your drink exactly how you want it with AI.
Oh, I'm not going to Starbucks.
With
but
automation, right?
Yeah.
And so now your barista's out of a job, and the visitors of Starbucks won't care because now they don't have to tip you for pouring coffee from a pot into a cup.
Yeah.
Right?
I get all that.
So,
I think we both see it going that way. I think everyone sees it going that way.
Right.
That's my point. That's a problem.
How long, so you know the driverless taxis, like Waymos?
Yes. I've never been in one, but yes.
How long before Waymo and Amazon merge and you have driverless Amazon delivery trucks running around? Right?
Well,
all those people are cooked.
I know. That's my point. You're making my point. Where are you going with this?
What I'm getting at is if you want to be in a position, so I was having a conversation on the internet the other day about this.
Of course you were.
It was somebody made a post being a proponent of socialism. And they were talking about how unfair it is that billionaires get to have all their money and we do all this hard work for them and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, for one, they're living by the same rules we are. We're not all in the same boat, right? They're on a yacht. We're in a fucking kayak. But we are in the same ocean. And they were talking about like they were trying to be tongue in cheek about saying like it's crazy that we in America determine your worth by the amount of labor you perform. And
that's the world. That ain't America, dog.
Well, and
like
I challenged him and I said, labor, no. Value, yes. We aren't paid for how hard we work. We're paid for the amount of value we deliver to our companies and its customers.
Yeah, people have a hard time seeing that.
Yeah. And like a good example of that is like if we paid based off of who worked the hardest, the donkey would be the most important animal on the farm. But we don't pay, like the donkey, without a doubt, does work the hardest, but it's not the most important animal on the farm. That'd be horses and cows, right?
Yeah.
Because donkeys, they do work,
well, I mean,
but they're not worth anything.
I mean, is it a farm where you're living off the animals? It's probably chickens.
Yeah, could be.
You know
right?
what I mean?
Right. But, going round and round with them, this conversations about the value thing, and it's crazy to think that, like, there are people out there right now that are, like, boycotting Starbucks and writing their congressman trying to get the government to give them a raise.
Yeah.
Instead of pushing the boundaries, learning what it takes to provide more value to your employer and its customers, your business that you work for and its customers, and then making your own raise.
Are you tired of complex and high credit card processing fees? The Void Podcast has negotiated exclusive rates for the Void listeners. This program's tailored for trade businesses like yours. And if you're using House Call Pro, switch and you can expect to save $80 for every 10,000 you process per month. Don't let high processing fees drain your profits. Visit empowerpayments.com/the Void or call us at 913-423-1265 now and unlock your savings.
I agree 100% with that. To my point before, though, if the jobs aren't there for you to even do that,
Yes.
like that's going to be the problem. Like at some point, and this gets down to just basic economics, right? If people have to have housing, say there's 300 people.
Yep.
And those 300 people have to have housing, but there's only 150 jobs. What do those other 150 do? Because that 150 isn't paying enough taxes into the government to then fund them, and if they were, that's basically a form of socialism.
Yeah.
The problem, I think, is that AI is going to create such a hole or lack of a hole for job opportunity. That's going to be the problem. Like,
So Elon talks about his projection for how he thinks that's going to go. And
what does he say? You can't bring it up and not tell me.
Right. No, he talks about how there will be, like, he used to think it would be universal basic income, where businesses are flipping over to a more AI driven thing. They're making the money now. They're making more money now because they're not paying humans.
Oh, they're taxed at a higher rate.
They're taxed at a higher rate, and then the government comes out with, it's not, like, the way that he puts it out, it's not a welfare system. It's, like, welfare is often thought about, I don't want to bag on welfare, but it's often thought about it's for people that choose not to work. But you're going to come into a time where the world will be overpopulated because AI and technology has enabled the things to happen that need to happen without the use of humans. And so now what do all these humans do? And how do you feed them?
That's what I'm saying.
Right. And so he used to call it like universal basic income, kind of a version of welfare.
Yeah.
This latest episode,
how cool would it be?
he talks about universal high income. He's come up with some idea, and I don't want to try to explain it because I'm going to botch it. But basically, he's come up with some idea to use AI in finance, and the government would do this.
I don't want to trust the government.
To create dollars, and then it's not universal basic income. It's truly like everybody in the nation has all the things they need to make them happy and all the resources they need to make them happy. And it's because the nation has taken a hold of AI and technology to generate revenue, and also your big giant corporations have wiped out their fleets of people with AI. Like how many Amazon delivery drivers are there in the world?
So I get your point about what you're saying. So instead of paying the people, I have robotics. Now I pay the government that money. Now the government is in control of that money, and then they're going to help us all out. That is a fucking pipe dream.
It's scary to think about.
Think about government waste and fraud now.
Right.
Can you imagine if people aren't even having to put that money in because of the work they performed?
I know.
And they're going to allow to do whatever. I think the best thing, and this episode will not have a finality, you know what I mean? Like, there's no answer.
No.
But
the purpose of this episode is to open your mind around what's coming with AI and to realize that if you disagree with it, you will be put to the bottom of the list. You'll be the first to lose a job.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying you have to be in full support of it, but you have to understand it and know how to use it.
How cool would it be if that did happen and people were, like, their health care was taken care of, they didn't have to travel if they didn't want to, they did have leisure time, but then they were responsible for growing their own food again, having their own little farm, making their own moonshine, hunting their own. First off, for me, that would be like the best thing that could ever happen because I love that. Right.
So Elon talks about that.
But for a lot of people that don't want to work like that and be responsible for their own actions and all of that stuff, what are they going to do? Live in a shoebox?
Well,
like in what's that movie with Bruce Willis? Man, I'm going to get crushed on social for this.
Sixth Sense is the only one I'm thinking
Not
of.
Sixth Sense. It's a sci-fi movie. He lives in a cubicle. It's like 10 by 12.
Oh, I've never even heard of it.
He gets a cigarette out, and it's the butt's this long, and the tobacco's this long. And like there's flying cars. It's I know people.
That's funny.
People are yelling at it right now.
Yelling
at me on the podcast. I'll look it up real quick.
But essentially, that's what Musk is talking about. You'll get to this form of government supplied income or needs being met by the government, so you're free to do whatever you want to do. But keep in mind, financial discipline still remains, right? And so the guy who wants to be super lazy, he's just going to live a lower quality of life. The guy who is ambitious and he's going to take his government funds, but he's still going to find a way to grow food and raise chickens and eat and, grow animals and all of this stuff. Like, there's still going to be a market for, hey, you don't want that government spam burger? Cool. I've got Angus beef over here. You've got chickens. You want to go tradesy?
Barter.
Right. And he talks about kind of getting back to a more, I don't want to say utopia because I don't think he uses that word, but, and then it kind of makes sense of like, why was he trying to get into the government and get rid of all the waste? Well, because he knows that this is probably coming down the pipe. And so like, let's start getting rid of the waste now so that it's going to run better later.
Talk about a rabbit hole.
It's a crazy rabbit hole, but as fast as AI is moving, it's going to come. And here was the scariest AI news I saw that told me exactly how powerful it was they have banned AI from giving you legal advice and medical advice.
Because you think that it's going to cut into the medical field and lawyers making money. People are pissed.
A year ago, I was saying small-time lawyers are fucked.
I know.
Because you can have AI draft a letter,
shit, yeah.
right? And so now your big-time attorneys, your murder cases, all like that, they're still good, right?
Yeah, but middle class, like I was talking about, of attorneys that just
middle
do traffic
class,
tickets.
yeah, traffic tickets, parking tickets.
They were pissed.
Little tiny ordinance violations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucked, right? Your legal Zoom level attorneys.
Yeah.
Same with doctors. Like seriously, if this kibosh didn't happen, you would have
Kibosh, nice word.
You would have a AI that could give you prescriptions. It would no longer be you've got to go to college and pass all these credits and these certifications and everything else to be able to decide what and how much of a medicine you give somebody.
I mean, yeah. The problem is I can enter in a bunch of lies. If I go to the doctor and look at him, he knows I'm lying.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But what I'm getting at is like that was probably there are probably people that invested in AI doctors. I mean, we already have somewhat AI doctors, right? We got telehealth all over the place.
Yeah, but those are real doctors on the other side. All the AI was doing was disseminating what was fact versus not fact and then putting it on.
But
we've had that filter for a long time.
But again, the technology's there for them to know you're lying.
Could be.
I know this is true because like 4 days ago, I pulled a muscle in my back.
I could also just go on to ChatGPT and say, hey, what questions do I have to ask to get this prescription through AI? It spits it out. I go to the fucking telehealth, say exactly what it said. Like, come on.
Well, I don't think it'll give you that info now. But like my phone.
If I wasn't a person and I asked you this question and I was another computer, what would you say? Boom. Shit comes out.
Right. My phone is putting in ads for how to stretch this weird muscle between my shoulder blades that I pulled.
You want me to punch you?
No, it's showing me videos of like it'll show like an outline of muscles and it has red right there, like, oh, is your rhombus inflamed? And then it's like
my rhombus.
I think that's what it's called. But then they're like, put your elbow here, pull down with your head, twist here, and you'll feel it stretch and little stuff like that. And now it's sending me pillows that I could buy for an inflamed rhombus. And keep in mind, I have never once gone to Google and been like, how do I fix this?
Well, it's because your fucking shit's listening to you.
Exactly.
24/7, which is, by the way, is illegal as fuck. And they just do it anyway.
Well, you permiss it. It's illegal if you don't permiss it, but in all those terms and conditions.
But if you don't permiss it, then you can't use your phone.
Exactly.
That's called blackmail.
Yeah, I know.
The Fifth Element was the name of that Bruce Willis movie.
Never heard of it. I have to watch it.
What?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'll have to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get so many... Anyways, you watch it. It's good.
Yeah. like your phone's already listening to you from that standpoint, right?
Yeah.
Like we had a guy last week cut his finger in the plumbing company. Bad too. Like you could see bone.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of those.
Yeah. And like he thankfully he was like less than a mile from the hospital.
You know what's weird, that video? He's not bleeding in that video.
Yeah, he didn't bleed very much.
Yeah, it like
where
literally
it cut?
split. It's like it split the muscle in half. Is what it looks like.
Well, and on the inside of your finger, there's not a lot of muscle there anyway.
No, there's just like two pieces that hold that shit together around that bone.
But like I have no doubt that his phone was listening to him and hearing him say, "Oh fuck, we got to go to the hospital. Oh man, that's bad. Oh, it's bleeding. Everything else." Like he could, if ChatGPT, AI, doctor things were there, he could have like taken video of that and put it into chat and say, "Do I need stitches or do I not?"
Dude, the chat, yeah, motherfucker, get your ass to the hospital.
Correct, but like where this could have gone is shit like that, right?
I have a question before we get too far down the road. Do you think, to what we were talking about before of, the people that are really, if they get the basics, and then people that really want to like enjoy their life in one certain way or another. Like for me, I'd be farming and hunting and fishing and doing all that kind of stuff. Like, so that would pacify my need to work and be better and enjoy my life, right? Do you think, and this is 100% opinion, do you think that people realistically understand what it's like to live in a shoebox and not have to get up every day and understand the amount of depression and how obese and how worthless people will be in the future if they're okay with that? Do you think people even think about that stuff? I know you and I do because we talk about it all the time.
Right.
We talk about if Mitch doesn't get up and work and feel like he's succeeded in the day, he's mentally depressed and doesn't want to go on. Like, you know that. I'm the same way, right? Like, do you think people will be okay living in a box and not doing anything? Or do you think that just crime and drug use and just all of the negative aspects of life without drive will just bring the downfall of humanity?
Well,
I mean, I think so. But
this has already happened once. If you look up Universe 25 experiment.
Oh, no, man, we are going down the holes today.
No. This is actual scientific experiment. John Calhoun in 1972.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Go ahead. He
made a utopia for mice.
Yeah.
And
this was good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And he gave so he did this in 1968 is when he started the experiment. But he gave all of these mice the perfect amount of food, the perfect amount of water, the perfect living conditions. Like, it was true paradise.
Yeah.
And
no competition.
No competition, no nothing. And the population began to grow. The mice were fucking like mice, and like everything was perfect. But then, on a long enough timeline, homosexuality started becoming prevalent in the population. And the female mice were overeating, not moving around very much, and were taking less interest in the men. And then everybody just gave up and shut down, and they ended up all dying.
Yeah.
Right? Let's
be honest. That's almost where we're at now.
Correct.
AI comes into place and just does a reset, and then times is that velocity track, I guess, times 20.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? Buying 5 more years of utopia before everyone's fucking dead?
Right.
Like,
well, and so that's like the counter argument to socialism, and I know we're not going like politics here, but like there's people.
Socialism isn't politics; it's just a way to view the world and a way to do things, and it's bad.
But that's like these Starbucks baristas that are like going on strike because they want a raise, and it's like, no, like add more value, and they're like, I shouldn't have to add value. My time's my value, my level of importance shouldn't be based on how hard I work and all this. And I'm like, you're right. I'm not saying work harder.
Yeah.
I'm saying add more value. And the reason why is because if you're going through this world and you're not adding value to anybody's life, you will kill yourself.
You should probably
literally you
should probably just be dead.
Yes. You will
You're no
literally
longer
commit
contributing.
suicide.
Yeah. People wonder why the suicide rate is so high. It's because no one has any drive to do anything anymore. They don't do it. They become depressed and say, what's the point? Well, the point is you've got to have something to be working towards or there's no point in living.
Right.
Like, it's just a natural aspect of where we're at now.
Yeah. And you go down that path long enough and you're no longer satisfying yourself. You're no longer getting satisfaction of making somebody else smile or anything else, right?
Well, to my point, though, if what Elon says happens, right, and people are just living in these condos and it's fantastic and it's great, but then there's no reason to wake up.
Right.
All of your needs are met. You're satisfied. Everything's great. Year 2 of waking up and not having to do anything.
Yeah.
What's the fucking point?
Well, this is a horrible comparison, but it gets you in the right mindset. Go to a Section 8 apartment complex. Not building, but complex.
Dude, I've been in a lot of them.
Yeah.
For work.
So,
it's one of the...
So largely government funded.
It's one of the saddest places I've ever been.
Yes.
All of them are.
Largely government funded. The housing is paid for directly to the owners by the government.
Yeah.
The people that are living there are receiving government assistance.
They're getting free food.
SNAP and all that stuff, right?
They're getting free Medicare.
And again, I'm not picking on Section 8 people or poor people or anything. What I'm saying is they are the most likely percentage of the population that is having things provided for them. And largely equally amongst that Section 8 community, right? That's why I say apartment complex, because you're going to have 10, 12 buildings in this complex.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
But like if you got a family of 4, you might be getting $4,000 a month from the government. And if you got a family of 6, you might be getting $6,000 a month from the government, right? So we're fairly equal in money that's coming into them.
Distribution per person, yeah.
Yes. But where do you see some of the worst crime? Where do you see some of the
worst drug use?
The worst drug use, the worst negativity, the worst outlooks on life and everything? It's because the more that is provided for you, the less happier you are.
I agree. 100%.
A lot of people think they want this life of like, oh, I just make phone calls from the beach and blah, blah, blah. I can guarantee you that you would be fucking tired of the beach real quick. You'd be like, God damn, that sand's hot. It gets in my toes. I got a blister in my toe from that sand that got in there. And, my liver is having a hard time recovering from all the Mai Tais.
You and I talked about this recently.
Yeah.
Because I talk about, for those that don't listen to the show or don't know me, I am always planning.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I follow through with it or I don't. I am always looking towards the future. Mm-hmm. What am I going to do? Am I going to retire to the beach? Am I going to do that? Am I going to buy a beach house, rent it, and then move there? And you're right. Like, if you told me you're going to move down there and you're going to live at the beach and that's going to be your daily,
right?
Like I'd be moved in a year.
Yep.
But if I moved there and I found purpose, like you and I have actually talked about this, if I ran a charter fishing thing, if I volunteered my time, mm-hmm. like I would love it, right? But I still need. And for me personally, it's one of those things that, if I retire, it's one of the things I think about all the time. What am I actually going to do with my time? Because you're right. If people don't have drive, if they don't have something to look forward to, if they don't have something they're working towards constantly, they're depressed as fuck.
Yeah.
It's reality. They do dope. They kill each other. That's the end of it.
Yep.
So to what I was saying before, like how long, say AI took off. Man, we're going down some shit today. Say AI took off, and what Elon says happens. And people are allowed to live for free, okay?
Yep.
In their apartment complex. Anything they want on top of that, they have to barter, they have to, whatever the system is, get better, do all of that stuff, right? Say it's 50-50. At what percent or at what point does the 50% of the population that's just living for free and doing nothing just collapse in on itself?
Right.
You know, is it a year? Is
and
it
it
5
will.
years? Is it 10?
It
will.
will.
And to your point of knowing AI and understanding AI, knowing and understanding what it takes to live and be happy and be successful is the same thing as knowing AI, right? Or knowing what AI could do, and then what is my plan around AI? How do I take advantage of it?
Yeah.
You know, if these things were to happen, where do I see myself and what's going on?
Right.
People seem to be very afraid to plan and look forward. You know, we talk about it all the time. People are afraid. I think that's usually the root cause of it.
Yeah.
Don't be.
No.
Embrace it. If you get anything out of this podcast, if you want to be successful, if you want to not live in the norm of everyone else, embrace change, embrace AI. Don't be afraid of the unknown. If you have something you are afraid of, we talked about this on the last podcast. If you are afraid of something, learn it. Don't be afraid of it anymore. Understand it. Have a plan. Have confidence in yourself. How about that? Knowing that people, I think, when we talk about people being afraid to embrace change and embrace new things, I think of it a lot of the time as they're not necessarily afraid of the unknown, but afraid of the change in and of itself.
Yep.
Don't be.
Have you ever looked into the autopilot app?
I know it sounds like I'm rambling, but I'm not. The autopilot app?
Yeah.
Is that the same as Copilot, Microsoft Copilot?
No.
Then no.
So in like corroboration with you saying don't be afraid of AI. There's a lot of people that
don't be afraid of AI if you want to be successful. If you want to be a lump on a log,
yeah,
you know, fuck, do what you want. But
well,
that's not what this podcast is for.
Right.
So sorry.
So a lot of people love to get mad at Congress for insider trading, right? Look at Pelosi.
They should.
Yeah. So there's this group of guys, you know, those are public. That's public information. So there's this group of guys.
Oh, yeah, the ones that are following the Pelosi trades.
That follows the Pelosi trades.
And then they pay people to
so then
have them tell them what stocks to do. Yeah, it's fantastic.
They took it further and used AI and automation to where now they have an app called Autopilot. And it automatically is feeding you
the trades they're making.
Congressional trades that are being made. And so, like, it's got a wonderful track record of making its people above average returns.
Dave might be getting into Autopilot.
Right. But I guess that's what I'm saying is, like, there's somebody who was like you could combine all of these angsts. AI is going to take out the trading industry because that's another thing that's at risk, right? Having algorithms try to help determine what trades you should get. It won't be long before AI knows these kinds of things. And so
I don't want to interrupt your thought. Go on.
So you're like, I could be mad that AI is going to take out my financial planning role. And I can be mad that Nancy Pelosi is like insider trading. Or I can think, how do I add value to the world? And I can combine these two problems together. And I can use AI to mimic Nancy Pelosi's trades, put it in an app, sell it.
What's the app cost?
Autopilot. I don't know what it costs.
I know. I got Autopilot written down.
I'm sure it's probably one of those things where they have a free version and then they've got, you know,
a paid version.
A paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like that is how you need to be looking at AI. For the plumbers listening to this show, don't be like when the first time ProPress came around, if you were like, "Oh, that's fucking cool," then great. But if you were like, "Oh, never hole, it's no ring, that's just like a shark bite, this bullshit."
I ain't using ProPress. It's for pussies.
They got it for refrigerant now too.
Yeah, I know. And you know what it's for? Pussies.
Yeah.
I'm standing firm.
But the guy that at least embraced the idea of ProPress, he took it down the thought path long enough to say, okay, it would work here, it wouldn't work here, it would work here, it would work here. I'll buy one. I'm not going to buy one for all my guys yet, but But
and see if it works.
doing that big 3-inch water line, cutting that 1/2-inch T into a 3-inch water line, man, that would be a lot easier just to pro press it in there.
Yeah.
Right? And then we'll solder everything else. Like that's how most people started.
That's how it started, yeah.
Yeah, like the fittings are so expensive. We're only going to use it for emergencies
Man,
or when we
water's
can't get the water
pouring
shut
out
off.
of there
Right.
and I could just shove it on there and go and yeah.
And now it's like, no, we pro press everything. Like literally everything, right?
Yeah.
And so embrace AI the same way. Don't immediately repel it because, it's scary. Learn enough about it to learn where you can use it and try to think ahead of where the industry is going to go with it.
Well, and if it helps guys too, think about it as the enemy, but there's nothing you can do about it, and use it as best you can to outrun your competition that decides not to.
Yeah.
If that helps you get around the mental block of fuck AI.
Right.
Like, dude, no one is more anti-government and anti-computer and anti-AI than I am.
Right.
Guess who has a ChatGPT account?
Oh, yeah.
I fucking do.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because it helps me build presentations.
Mm-hmm.
It helps me with, dude, full transparency and trade wins. We're starting to run web design and SEO for guys.
Mm-hmm.
That AI allows us to keep it super cheap and outrun shitty ass fucking marketers.
Yep.
They're charging you $2,000 a month to fuck your eyeballs out because you don't know what you're looking at. And
it'll write you code and it'll give you formulas. I was struggling with an Excel formula, and I put it into ChatGPT.
it spit it right out, didn't
and
it?
it just said, "Here's the formula you need. Copy it from here and paste it into there." And let it ChatGPT has a conversation with you. It'll be like, "Let me know if that works."
Yeah.
And you'll say something like, "Yeah, that works." Like I am super.
Well, because it takes that information and uses it the next time.
Yeah,
It allows you to train it.
I'm super personal with my chat. Like I share everything I can
Yeah,
with
you're
it.
a creeper. You're going to be one of those guys that has a sex doll.
My ChatGPT knows.
But knows your name.
Yeah, watch this.
Mitch.
Where's it at? What can I help with? Tell me 5 important
Tell me why it's big.
things.
Tell me why I'm so good in the sack.
Me. Tell me 5 important or notable things about me. Let's see what it says.
Okay. Put it to your mic so I can fucking hear it.
Oh, I'm not going to
Oh,
do
you're
that.
going to read it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, aren't you a douche?
You are a true trades-driven entrepreneur building sellable businesses, and then it has a supporting thing for that. You're extremely creative and brand savvy. You've trademarked the slogan, "Fix Pipes, Pet Dogs."
Okay.
You have many viral Facebook stories. You're good at coming up with MailChimp promos. This is all in the supporting documents for that. Number 3, you're obsessed with growth. You're obsessed with growth, personal, business, and political. Number 4, you're multidisciplinary and curious as hell, is what it says.
Yeah.
You generally enjoy knowing even the littlest things about everything. And then, number 5, you treat ChatGPT like your creative and operational co-pilot.
Talk about kissing ass and taking names to get the paid for ChatGPT. You know what I mean?
Well, I already
You
paid
know what
for
I
it.
didn't fucking hear in there?
What?
Anything about trade wins.
You're a true trades-driven entrepreneur building sellable businesses. That's trade wins. You build systems.
If it didn't actually bring up the word trade, WINS, I'm disappointed.
Well, I could ask it that kind of it also didn't talk about me being married.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that either.
Right?
Bitch be crazy.
But here's the supporting thing for that first one, trades-driven entrepreneur. You don't just run a plumbing company. You run a plumbing company with an investor's mindset. You wanted to build a sellable company. You built systems, branding, sales processes, handbooks, marketing frameworks.
I haven't seen that marketing yet either.
That could scale or be sold. You think in terms of legacy, equity, and building something bigger than the daily labor that it takes to keep it going. It's pretty. I mean,
if it didn't say trade wins, I'm disappointed. You can't ask it something else. Stop. You get your one shot. I'm out.
I did only ask it 5 things, but
you're right. You did only ask it 5 things.
So what I'm getting at is that's how smart AI is, and it knows about you, and it's watching everything that you do. And so, like, and I've known that it was going to come up with something close to that because, like, I've asked it other things, and it'll be like, well, since you did just sell a plumbing company, you'll find this interesting. And it's like, that has nothing to do with what I asked, but it's just teasing me with how much it knows about me.
Well, and I think that's one part of the distrust that people have with AI because you can still manipulate it regardless. And I think, I don't know if we're going to go down this rabbit hole or not, but like, if you think that the government won't use AI to manipulate your life, like, I think that's one of the things people are most scared about with AI. You know what I mean? Because they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, if you think that
it's a lot easier to fool somebody than convince them they've been fooled.
Exactly. What do you think they're doing with the news in the 70s and 80s? They're using the news to manipulate people to think what they want to think. Like, have you ever watched any of those conspiracy shows that are like, that talk about all of the missing history we have or things we don't hear about? Like these giant marble buildings and perfect everything, and it's just so great and fantastic, and we never learned anything about it. And then people are like, no, they were doing horse-drawn carriages and, you know, and this and that, and life was shitty, but somehow we had these amazing engineering marvels. Like, there's just all of this stuff that seems to be missing. And I think it's going to make me sound like a fucking nutbag, but I think, like, when the American Revolution happened, or the Industrial Revolution is what I should say, a lot of that manipulation started through media, newspapers back then. If you think AI isn't going to be that times 100, you're fucking fooling yourself. And I'm talking to you. Yeah. Not the listeners.
No.
You told me the other day, you were like, dude, I don't know, I'm fucked. And I was like, what do you mean? You're like, dude, I can't tell the difference between this Sora video and real life.
Some of them are getting close.
Like, at what point do they use that to create a race war?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not saying they're good. I'm saying as an example, like,
I saw a video today that was like 12 neo-Nazi militants marching down a street, like doing the whole hand wave, Hail Hitler, and all this stuff.
It was probably all fake.
No, I think the video was real, but it's like they were all like, they were in masks and all this stuff, and it's like, how do we know that's not?
Yeah,
that's not people on this. Like, how do we know that's not liberals
dressed that way? We don't.
Trying to say,
that's what I'm saying.
See how bad these conservatives are?
Dude,
you know what I mean?
The black guy that stabbed that poor white girl on the bus.
Yeah.
Like, are you telling me that in 3 years from now, if they wanted to start a race war, they don't just create a bunch of those videos that's black people killing white people on a bus?
Right.
Or the other way around, it's a bunch of white people killing a bunch of black people on a bus? Like, when people talk about the government dividing us, like, how is AI not going to play a huge role in that when it comes to, you know, creating videos, creating photos, creating news people that are, you know, in a war zone that's not even fucking happening, and we can't tell the difference.
Well, you saw that with the Ukraine stuff. There was a lot of AI videos coming out with Ukraine stuff, of fighter jets getting shot down and everything else.
Yeah, like, at what point, I shouldn't say at what point, that is one of the big driving factors of people not trusting AI and just kind of poo-pooing it over here on the side. Wow, the government is using it to be like, oh no, this is fucking happening.
Sean Ryan has a podcast, and
I told you about him last week.
Yeah, he
has a lot of interesting fucking characters on there, dude.
And he's a smart dude.
He's the guy that has that computer kid whiz. He looks like he's 17, and he's like, "Look what I did with your phone," and hands it back to me. He's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, yeah. So he had somebody, we were talking about psychological, the government using.
That's what it was.
So he had a guest on there, and there used to be a bill or a law or an ordinance or something that banned the federal government from conducting psychological warfare on its own citizens.
And it
was just repealed. I was trying to look up what it was, and I can't find it. I'm not searching the right words.
It was repealed so that they can use AI and media to manipulate us.
Well,
and it won't be classified the way it was, or
all the thing was the government cannot use psychological warfare on its own citizens. That's all it was. You can't use propaganda against your own citizens.
And now they can.
And that law was repealed. And so, yeah.
Who repealed it? Congress?
Yeah. Right. So I'll have to do more research into that. But you're right. Like it is very ripe for, did we ever go to the moon?
It's very ripe for anything. That's the problem. Like, you could literally use it for
how many people think thought the Charlie Kirk video was fake?
Dude, I'm not so sure it's not.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You can create so much doubt through media without AI.
Yeah.
Not to mention, dude, have you ever seen the John F. Kennedy? So there's two versions of the video, and one of them's edited and one of them's not. The one they sent out first is edited as fuck. The second one's not.
Yeah.
To hide who really shot him. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Like, this is all public information. They were doing it then.
Yeah.
AI is coming out, quote unquote, now. How long have they really been fucking using it?
Oh, right. No, AI's been around longer, way longer.
This is a really weird conspiracy show, but
no, it's been around way longer than we ever thought it was. Like, Google was using it in their searches and everything else for a long time.
Oh yeah.
So like it's been there. We've been filling it with all the info.
Let me ask you another question. Say they have been manipulating us for 50 years, 100 years, whatever. Do you think that people get smarter and just decide we got to start over, or do you think that they're too comfortable and they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna roll with it? Well, I think they're just gonna roll with it, but
if they die, it'll be their comfort zone that killed them, for sure.
I don't. What if
or the government?
True? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, at what point am I like, I'm picking up my rifle and I'm like, fuck this?
No. What I'm saying is like,
and then I'm shot and then I'm dead.
Yeah, but like one could argue that COVID was one of the biggest psyops that's ever come across the world.
First off, yeah.
And I don't want to go, like, I'm not going...
we're going to talk about it. We're into it, dude. We're fucking into it today.
I'm not saying conspiracy theory psyop. What I'm saying, like, any outsider looking in, you take a government and it says everyone must wear a mask. And then you have all of these low-level people, and we're all on the same level. We're all just citizens, right? Some of us might be more capable than others. Some of us might be more intelligent than others. But we're all just citizens. And what did it do? Now we're filming each other not wearing masks and fighting about not wearing masks and all this.
Calling the fucking cops because on Easter someone had 8 people over.
Exactly, right?
First off, those people should be fucking shot.
But what did the powers that be learn from all of that? All we got to do is inject a little bit of scare tactics, a little bit of fear,
and we can
do a whole lot of unknown.
And we can do whatever we want.
And they'll be so busy arguing amongst each other that they won't even see that we're doing this right in front of them.
Yeah.
Right?
It's fucking scary as shit.
It's very scary. And so to think now, because COVID was kind of pre-AI. That was 5.5 years ago.
I think...
I think AI was here then. But
no,
what I'm
I
saying
know what you're
is
saying is like people could have seriously been using it to manipulate and shoot videos that weren't real. Like if it was completely ingrained and then
you take
quote unquote framing people or whatever.
Yeah, you take today's AI capabilities and you put it on 5 years ago during COVID. Holy shit.
I haven't said this in a while, but stack your guns, boys.
Yeah.
Stack your fucking guns.
Now, I do know why AI was invented. Trump's getting all this heat for calling Tim Waltz a retard.
He's a fucking retard. Right. I said this last week, and I'm going to try to remember to say it every show. I love that retard's back.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people out there are fucking retarded.
Have you seen the video of Tim Waltz giving that interview? And he's like, there's cars driving by my house screaming the R word out the window.
Yeah, it's fake.
Right?
One of them's fake. There's like 3 videos. I've seen them all. They're all different.
They have a video that
one of them's real. The rest of them
starts with with Trump, or it starts with Tim Walz giving that speech, and then the next video is like Ring doorbell footage, and Trump's motorcade drives right through Tim Walz's yard.
He rolls down
and he rolls down the window, and he's like, "Hey, retard!"
It's fucking hilarious.
It's like, that right there. That is why AI was invented.
I thought you were going to be serious with it. Yes, that is why AI was invented.
Yeah. I saw another one that was just...
Hey, retard.
Yeah. That's like that video of the...
How long would it take you and I to get up there?
Crime Prevention Citizen of the Year. And
talking about.
They're handing an award to the citizen who's prevented the most crime. And it's this heavy-set white guy, looks like a politician. He hands this award to this really obese black chick. And he was like, E.B. Tisha, you've had 9 abortions this year.
Oh, fuck. Stop. Stop.
It's like, I love the fact that we can use humor to call out a lot of these stereotypes.
Dude, I don't. Jesus. I don't. I just.
That's comedy, people. That's not my actual thoughts. That's comedy. But
no, I get it. I'm not acting that way because I disagree. I'm just saying it's really bad. I think I'm trying to choose my words carefully. I think what's coming is bad.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for sure.
I think let me ask you. Let's roll back 45 minutes in the conversation. AI hits, and I think when it does hit, it's not going to be some gradual, slow play of, jobs are slowly waning. People are finding other things to do. The government is ahead of it. The government is taking care of that's not going to happen.
No.
If government has taught us anything, they're 5 years too late and 10 years too stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've just learned that, right? It hits. All of these jobs are canceled. All of the Amazon employees, literally in a 1 year span, half of them are gone. Those people have mortgages.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those people can't pay their mortgages. Right? And that's just one specific business, not an industry, right? And then 3 or 4 fall after that. Automakers, whatever. People owe $120,000 on their home and don't have money.
That's that universal high income.
That you weren't listening. The government's 5 years behind paying. Okay?
The government
people aren't getting that money.
They would have to step in fast with that. Like the $12 billion that the farmers are getting because of the tariffs fucking with the price of beef, right?
I agree, but there's no money for that. And even if there is money for that, and people come out and the government comes out and says, we're paying all your all's mortgages because whatever happened, your home is now worth $50,000.
Yeah, it's shit.
All of your lifelong work has become nothing.
That's why it's that important to stay on top of this and stay in front of it. Because I
agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But it doesn't matter how far in front of it I am if my house is worth 1.3 and I plan on selling it to retire later, and this shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
And now it's worth $300,000, and no one can buy it because no one has any fucking money.
Well, so the way I would liken that is it would be like the crash of 2008.
Dude, we're talking another level.
Oh, totally.
We're talking that times 10.
But how many people went into 2008 with approved for a mortgage that they could barely afford? Like they were climbing up on the bubble as it's popping, right? And so those were people that weren't staying in front of all of the warning signs saying that the economy's, at a precipice. Those were the people that were like, hey, I finally can afford a house. And it's like, no, you can't finally, like, your affordability didn't change. The banks lowered the standards for approval, right?
Yeah, but that housing market crash or the bubble, because there were so many houses and not enough people, is apples to oranges of 25% of the nation defaulting on their mortgages and then homes therefore being nothing because no one can even get a job to then pay for. And I'm not talking about...
You're seeing the limit already, though, because they've already, the government's clamped down and said no medical advice and legal advice. So the government would just throttle that down and put a plug in it to slow it down.
Do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. They would just say, no, this is great software. We're not prepared for the ramifications of it.
You can't fire half of your workforce. At what point is that completely against free enterprise and capitalism, which is in the Constitution?
It's a challenging thing.
That's my fucking question.
Right?
What
they would do is they would regulate it to fund it, right? If you want to get rid of all your workforce, well, now, if you're a workforce-free company, now you're in this tax bracket. Like, the government would still find a way. It's only look at it this way: the government's never gotten smaller.
They can't
never once.
They can't raise corporate taxes now without people losing their shit. You think they're going to be able to just be like, no, now we're going to raise corporate taxes?
I don't know.
Dude, they can't get it done now, and they want it.
Yeah.
Like, I think some of it is a fallacy, and
you know what we
it's
should
not
do?
going to fucking happen. You know what we should do?
We should start doing fishing charters in the Caribbean Sea.
Dude, I'm telling you, let's go. I do battle with.
I got a buddy of mine that he hauls flour.
First off, it's got to look like a fishing boat, okay? It's got to look like a fishing boat, and I'm putting a fucking Trump flag on mine.
Yeah,
like what, fuck. This is something I battle with, and you and I've asked you this question 1,000 times, and you never have any answers for me. But like I'm having a very difficult time deciding what I want my future to look like. Right now, and it's not that I don't have opportunity; it's that I mentally can't make the connection to what I want to do. Right. Do I sell everything and buy a cabin in the woods?
I would.
Is that what I do? You're telling me right now, Dave, look, if you want to outrun AI and you want to be happy when you're old, this is what you do.
Yeah.
You sell your house right now, you move to the mountains, and you just live in a cabin.
You got to.
Is that what you're telling me I should be doing?
You got to get to a point of financial stability and a point of less bank reliance as fast as you can so that you have as much expendable cash as you can. Like, let's be honest, a lot of the reason we do this podcast and we do Trade Winds is to get as many other people to create a cash-producing engine.
That's my point, though. If all of that AI stuff happens, cash is worthless.
In some markets.
Cash is worthless. All of my investments, all of that, none of that will be worth anything. It will be worth less than shit.
They'll always find a way to keep the stock market relevant.
Relevant and profitable are two different things.
It's never gone down in any 11-year span.
And
it's survived
a lot. If AI takes over and 30% of the population can't work, are you telling me I'm going to be okay?
I don't know that. But what I'm saying is it's always gone.
I know it has.
Right.
You're telling me shit I fucking know. I'm just saying.
I guess what
I'm really saying is I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Like we'll wrap it up after this, but
why?
This
is what we should do. We should hit pause. We'll go get some more drinks, then we'll just roll this bitch for 4 hours.
I have an orthodontist appointment in like a half hour. So.
Oh, you know what we forgot to do on Sunday? Clip.
I already got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
forgot all about that.
But
people are like, what the fuck are they talking about? Well, that's another story for another day.
What was I gonna say?
We'll wrap it up on this. Is what you started with.
I
was talking about the economy being and money not being worth anything.
Now I can't remember.
That's okay. You can wrap us up anyway if you want.
God, what? I hate it when my mind does that. Let me look at my.
That's that TRT.
I don't know what it was.
I don't either, man.
Ultimately, the world will find a way, and history has proven over and over and over that if you are too comfortable with the government and you trust the government too much and you trust mainstream media too much, you will usually be on the short end of that stick.
Yeah.
And so, trying to stay in front of it, learning as much as you can about AI, learning as much as you can about what industries it's wrecking, and then you using your own critical thinking skills and saying, well, okay, if it wrecked the painters industry, I'm still safe because I'm a plumber. And it's like, no, hold on.
You may be safe, but you're going to have to adapt.
Right. And so that is going to keep you important and relevant as long as possible.
Yeah.
And, getting to that point would be key. But like, that's part of why we have this podcast and Trade Winds and everything else, is to take those people that have that level of ambition and get your business to as healthy of a level as it can, so that it can be a cash printing machine, so that you can then start to focus on anything you want at that point.
Yes. Buying guns,
ammo. Buying property, making investments, growing your business so it's worth even more. Like, there's tons of opportunity out there, and every case is different.
Yep.
I sold my business early. I don't say that to celebrate. I say that like I could have held on to my business another 5 years and sold it for twice as much. Right.
Yeah.
But I looked at my situation and everything else, and I thought, well, I can take the money from the sale of the business and invest it here, and I think it'll be worth more than that in 5 years.
Yeah.
And so, little things like that are going to be what keep you in the forefront of things. But just be ready for AI to be like coming in hard.
Well, yeah.
So
one last thing, if to your point there, if you're ambitious and you get off your ass and you get out of your comfort zone and you continually try and look forward and scan for the best opportunities and have your family's best intentions at heart, right? You're trying to do what's best for everyone and trying to not be lazy and not sit around on your ass, you're probably going to be in a pretty good position.
Yeah.
Like regardless of whatever decisions you make, if it's a wrong decision, you have to pivot and make another one because you've been looking forward and you've been trying to be ahead of everyone else, your competition, quote unquote, not just in business, but just in life in general, you're probably going to be all right.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll get there.
You'll get there.
It's just be ready to learn. Right?
Yeah.
Don't fall into that trap of being one of those mice in that study where everything was provided for you, you got too comfortable, and now you've lost all ambition and all desire. Yeah. And you end up fucking your brother.
Dude, what the fuck?
That's what they talk about is homosexuality ran rampant.
That's not your brother.
No. Well, in
that
community,
homosexual incest. Yeah, I guess you're right.
In that community, it would have been.
This podcast has taken a weird turn.
But the women ain't fucking anything in that world. Right? In that world, the women were overeating and getting lazy, and so the dudes were like getting their frustrations out with the other dudes.
Dude, in that world, I'm raping some fat bitches.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
So,
wow.
Yeah. So hopefully this show kind of opened your eyes to what's coming and what's possible with AI and just your overall mindset of how you have to be ready for it. If this brought you any value, we'd love to hear about it. Give us a 5-star review on whatever platform you're listening on. Our emails are in the description of the show. If you guys have any questions at all, shoot them over to us. We'd love to answer them for you. Until next week, guys, we'll see you. Thank you.